And thanks to our audience for joining us today on Delmarva Life. To find out how you can become a member of our studio audience, visit delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab or call the number on your screen, 443-880-9116. Well, now that Mother's Day is behind us, it's safe to start planting this season without worrying about a damaging frost. And if you're like me, gardening and yard work time is limited by working a full-time job and being a full-time mom. That's why I recently asked the folks at Eastern Ornamentals in Milford for some suggestions on low-maintenance plants that will still make my yard look like $1 million. This is what I found out.
Eastern Ornamentals covers 20 acres with beautiful shrubs, trees, and flowering plants. But owner Lynn Russell says you can create an equally beautiful yard without spending hours working if you choose the right plants.
We have a lot of Japanese hollies, which are very low maintenance. Perennials, of course, which come back every year without you doing anything besides cutting them back in the fall. Give you color throughout each season.
Lynn walked me through the nursery to show me some examples, like this beautiful weeping Japanese maple.
Very easy. Once they're established, you really don't have to do anything to them.
Lynn suggests plants like these get a good deep soaking once a week.
Everything in here is very easy to take care of. Water it a few times.
Lynn says you almost can't go wrong with perennials like daffodils.
And these are verbena. Verbena is a drought-tolerant plant that blooms all summer.
And you say this is like a good ground cover?
Nice ground cover.
Another hardy plant is heuchera. If you have a partially shaded spot in your yard, this plant is perfect.
This is kind of their flower, but I have found that they stay all winter.
For something different to brighten up a spot, osmanthus, also referred to as false holly.
You can trim these any way you'd like. They're pretty slow growing. I've seen them trimmed as a pyramidal form or as a round form.
And if you really want low maintenance, Lynn says you can't go wrong with knockout roses.
The knockout roses are a big seller because you plant them, forget them, and they bloom and bloom all summer long.
In fact, Lynn says she's seen them flower into November, and if you cut them back after the last flower, they come back even fuller the following season. If you're still not sure what to plant, Lynn and her staff at Eastern Ornamentals are always happy to help.
We can always take pictures of your house and try to recommend what plants would do well in that environment, as far as your sun or your shade, how much of that you have.
Lynn says because they grow most plants on site, they are able to keep their prices low. And because Eastern Ornamentals is family owned and operated, they put quality over quantity.
If I won't plant it in my yard, I wouldn't sell it to you.
And with thousands of varieties to choose from, you're sure to find what not only looks good, but will continue to thrive long after you put it in the ground.
And Eastern Ornamentals also offers wholesale prices and delivery. Still to come on Delmarva Life, from fresh produce from local farms to beautiful artwork from local artists. Worcester County is buzzing with things to do this spring. We'll get a preview next. Delmarva Life. Life at its best here on Delmarva.